Michael Proctor.
Michael Proctor could have written text messages that he didn't know would go public that he regrets sending. That does not nullify
The evidence
that says that
Johnny was hit by a weapon.
Michael Proctor could have written text messages that he didn't know would go public that he regrets sending. That does not nullify
The evidence
that says that
Johnny was hit by a weapon.
Purpose only. It doesn't mean to hurt any. And don't take it seriously.
Sir, did you make any phone calls after you went to bed between the hours of 1:45 a.m. and 6:30 a.m.?
Yes.
Who did you call?
I inadvertently called Brian Higgins.
But you're so full of shit.
You inadvertently called him at 2:22 in the morning.
Yes.
How did you inadvertently call him?
Well, I don't know
Because it was inadvertent.
But you're so full of shit.
Isn't it true that at the other hearing you indicated that at or around the 2:22 time frame, you and your wife were in bed together in an intimate situation?
Yes, around that time.
Please don't go, girl. You would ruin my whole world. Tell me you'll stay.
Nasty.
Never ever go away. I love you. Tell me you'll stay. so full of shit.
Woo! How we doing out there?
From McCabe when she, Karen Reed and Kerry Roberts found John O'Keefe's body.
I think he's passed away.
I think he's passed away, huh? God damn.
Got him donuts. 6 donuts. I've been doing
Oh, you got him 6 donuts. 6.
I responded some of my questions.
What's that, Kev?
Defendant responded.
Okay, which? Ask again.
Which?
I said, nope, tricks are for kids.
Tricks are for kids, man. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Hank Brennan, what up? You a zombie? God damn, Hank Brennan. You're a zombie. You're a zombie, buddy. You're a zombie. For sure. How we doing out there? How we doing out there? Mic check to the gods. Today is the 9th. It is the 9th. We got 82 people up in here packing the flight. Everybody get your shit together, man. Put everything in the compartments. About to lock these doors. About to get up on the runway. I think we're number 3 on the runway to fly out today. And the overhead bins, overhead compartments, make some room. And if we get a 2-pack, we're going to have to check in your bags. But that's okay. That will be free. What are we doing today? Disclaimer. This is a disclaimer. Man, this is a disclaimer. Where's James?
We're working too, yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes.
Get everybody up in here. Everybody take your seats. Everybody get ready. Telling you something. Man, so where we at? I think we're at like 13 jurors. Anybody got a mic check to the gods? Jury check to the gods? Anybody got a check on that? I think it was 13 yesterday, right? What up, Laura Pike? Robin G, what's up? Debbie, Ask Bob, DD, Bridget, Izzy. Classic. Clippy. Chris might be spaining his wiretapping. Spaining? What's that mean? No clue. Early flight, Boston Lisa. Early flight. Why not? Right? Why not? Why not an early flight? Afternoon flight with the boy? Why not? What do you guys want to talk about? So much to talk about. So little time. Rambling Rome, what up? Ask Bob. Bob, let me ask you something. If it's a dead-end street with a one-way sign, what do you do? If it's a dead-end street and it's a one-way sign, so you go down the street, but it's a dead end with a one-way sign, what do? Do you get stuck there? Bob, I'm asking you, buddy. What do you do, Bob?
We're working too, yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes.
Bob, do you know? Bob, I'm asking you, man. God damn, Bob. Yo. Izzy! 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 Throw that motherfucker in reverse, bro! What are we doing, man? Oh, we could just break the law, Izzy. We don't give a fuck. Well, you're driving. We're on motorcycles anyway, so we don't throw it in reverse. We just turn around and drive on sidewalks. You know what I mean, Izzy? Zero understanding. Get out the fucking way. It's me. It's Maki on a motorcycle. I'm on a bike. I used to have a Kawasaki 80 with the small back tire. Yeah, with the small sprocket. I used to do wheelies up and down Fenton Street. Is it too early for this shit? Probably. I gotta calm the fuck down. All right, everybody. 110 people. Oh, man. Do you ever have a KX80 with a small back tire? Made a difference, you know. KX80. Have a cigarette. Yeah. Well, Norman, you know. What do you think? The only one? You got a cigarette, no? Yeah, I know. My baby mother knows you don't good. You got a cigarette, no? Yeah, I know. I was playing Keno all fucking night. No, I lost $25. No. I can't even get on the fucking bus, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I'm living down Malden Station, no. I got an open case, dude. They had me in Nashville Street, Norman. Yeah, no. The girl Karen Reed, dude. Yeah. You got a cigarette, dude? Yeah. Classic Clippy. Well, quick story about that voice. Since I'm into some shit, we got 111 people up here. One. On the 111 with my Charlie Pass. You can't spell Boston without the T. Do you get it? Anybody? Fucking boy, huh? Ripping butts. Yeah, well, you know, our boy Norm, he's out there playing Keno with the big screen, right? Right in front of 7-Eleven or Store 24. He plays 5 numbers, plays 5 rounds, hits the 5 numbers. I think his favorite numbers is he plays the 9, right? 24 for John O'Keefe, the 9, the 0. He plays a couple others. And he sits out there, you know, he's got his hood on, grabs his Marlboros, packs him up real good, don't you know? Rips him out, lights up a cigarette, grabs his little piece of paper. Ah, man, damn, dude. I had 3 numbers. Damn, I needed 2 more for the 450. All of a sudden, the dude walks over to him. Norman, what's up, Norm? I haven't seen you, dude. Where you been, dude? You know? You got a cigarette, dude? Norman says, come on, dude. Just my last one, dude. I give you 1, dude. That's it, kid. Yeah, dude. Have you seen Ralphie, dude? Yeah, Ralphie Zammit, dude. Have you seen him? Do you know Karen Reed, the case? Did you ever hear about the key cycles? Oh, man. Norm don't play with them key cycles, boy. Fuck around and find out. Right, Norm? We're packing Marlboros, man. The question is, Norm, do you flip a couple over for luckies? Flip a couple over for luckies. You know, you got to have at least 2 for luck. Johnny Trot. What up, my man? Johnny Trot. Early. It's too early for this shit, JFK. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you, bro? I was trying to set up the show so we could have a little bit more time to have a schedule in. For some reason, I did it. I put it for 11:30. I kept saying 12:30. YouTube be acting up sometimes. Like sometimes there's these inconsistencies on these StreamYards in YouTube, and it's going through something, and we just got to go through it. So we're trying to pack the flight up. So I'm just rambling on. Excuse me, trying to crack jokes, but you know. No, I'm playing Keno and ripping butts. That's right, Izzy. Sitting there begging for a 76 to hit. Hey, Sugar Boo. Good afternoon to you, sir. Free Karen Reed, Commonwealth is a common thief. Yeah, man. It really is. Because, I always talk about this, about double jeopardy. But there's a double jeopardy they get away with all the time. And one is, back in the day when marijuana was illegal, you would get caught with weed. Just a roach, man. They used to arrest you for a roach. And so that's the funniest thing, right? You used to get caught with a joint, you get cuffed. Possession of Class D. And then if you got caught like twice with it, it was a subsequent offense. But that, you know, not only was that bullshit, you'd end up getting on probation for some weed. And back then, the weed was trash. I mean, it had seeds in it, sticks in it. I mean, after you took the sticks out and the seeds in it, how much weed was really there, right? I mean, the weed nowadays, I mean, I can't even, I don't smoke weed. No, 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 no. Your man JFK don't smoke weed. But I used to smoke weed. I stopped smoking weed back in 2015. So it's been 10 years since your man hasn't smoked no weed. I used to smoke weed, and I wasn't a huge weed smoker. I didn't smoke blunt after blunt after blunt, or joint after joint, or bong hit, none of that shit. I used to just pick a time of the day, and rip one up, maybe in the morning, night, whatever. I guess some days were better than others. But man, the weed nowadays, man, that shit is crazy. You got fentanyl in the news now in the weed out here in Massachusetts. Man, fentanyl and weed. Ain't that some shit? I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Why would you even do that? Because you know what's crazy? A lot of kids nowadays, parents, and especially from our generation, we don't, or we wasn't diagnosed, right? Like we didn't, when we had these quirks when we were little, they told us to go to the schoolyard and we would see Norm. Norm was packing Marlboros. Hey, try a cigarette. Disclaimer, I don't mean Norm was saying try a cigarette, but I'm just saying there was kids smoking cigarettes. I mean, shit, the school that I went to had cigarette breaks. They had me in this alternative school from my 10th and 11th grade year, and they had cigarette breaks. This was 92. Like, yo, cigarette break, 15 years old. Cigarette breaks. That's our generation, Gen X. Thank you. Appreciate it. But they never worked us through the quirks, the spectrum, mild. What is it, like level, like 1, 2, 3 on the spectrum, so you could be level 1, which is, not bad, you could talk and all that. And then level 2 could be behavior. Behavior. That's probably a big fucking problem for me. And you're on some type of spectrum, you don't even know it. So, like, there's a whole generation of kids of our age that are misdiagnosed. And, you get to a point where you know yourself. When you know yourself, you say, all right, I know that I can become that person or that person. Let me calm the fuck down. Right? But what about all them years you didn't know? You didn't know yourself. You didn't know. You didn't know. And then you're smoking the weed. Right? You're smoking that weed. And you're thinking weed because, peer pressure. You're thinking, peer pressure is nothing. And why is it the Gen X's, when I was 19, 20 years old, I thought I was 40? Why is that? Why is that? And why did I get treated like I was 40? At 20 years old, I got treated like I was 40 years old. Get a job, you fucking loser. Move out your mother's house, you loser. 20 years old. I'm only a young adult. From 8 to 21, you're a juvenile. This should be a 3-tier system for young kids. Let me explain. From 8 to 21, you should be a juvenile, right? I mean, whatever. 8 to 21, you're a juvenile. Considered juvenile. From 21 to 28, you should be a young adult. And from 28 on, you should be classified as an adult. Repeat, 8 to 21, right? Juvenile. 21 to 28, you should be a young adult. 28 on, you should be an adult. That's just my opinion, a 3-tier system. Because we're not adults, man, at 28, at 22, 23 years old. You're fucking kid. If you got kids or grandkids that are 23 and you're still under the belief that just get out of here, get away, figure it out, and they got all this shit coming at them, weed with fentanyl in it now, all this internet shit, they're going on Twitter trolling. You see the girls now. If you're a guy, the girls are saying, I want a man that's 6'2". He's got to have a full head of hair, a perfect beard, perfect teeth, and I can't go to the Cheesecake Factory. Well, wow. Shit. You may as well just jump off the Tobin Bridge right now. I mean, damn, talk about peer pressure. Holy shit. You want all that? I mean, I could steal a car and come pick you up. And if we get pulled over, I'm jumping out and running. And you just tell them you didn't know it was stolen. Disclaimer. That's the type of shit I'm on. Ask Bob. JFK, we need to celebrate Sue Harrington's win over that hag John Conley last night for the Canton Select Board. This is a huge step back for Canton. Next up, free Karen Reed. Ask Bob. Bob, I like that. We will celebrate. We're here with you. We had to be a man of the house when we was 10 all day because mom and dad were at work. T. Shaw, my man. Young 20s can't afford to move out. Pro hack, bitch A. Indeed. Dye sticks used to have all sorts of animals in them. Do they still exist? I don't know. Big win. Congratulations to Canton. Nice. Hopefully this is a step in the right direction. Now, I'm not a politician. I just know that there's a lot of funky shit going on in all these small little cities and towns. It's all politics. It's funny, isn't it? The way it all turns out. But like I said, there's a lot of adults with these quirks, and they're in fucking denial. They're in denial. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing. They hold secrets. Like my mother. I'm from a family of 6. Ma. Hey, Ma. You know, what were you like? Oh, I was a great kid. Okay, you got 6 kids though, Ma. You know, how'd that happen? You know, no disrespect, Ma. I love you, but goddamn, Ma, 6 kids? The fuck were you thinking? But anyway, denial, man. And it's no disrespect. I'm just saying. And me with my kids, man, I'm more transparent and learning about these things and learning about spectrums and behavioral issues. It just brings a whole thing to my mind. You know, maybe it was God's gift giving me kids at an older age. You know, I had kids when I was younger too, but you know, I got some youngins now, and it's eye opening, and it's humbling to be like, you know, wow, you know, like this is what's really going on with these quirks, and these behaviors couldn't be worked out, but you gotta, you know, gentle parent, you know, you gotta be a gentle parent, you gotta figure things out, gotta make charts and speak to them and explain to them. But that fucking weed, man, you know what I mean? That's not the answer. See, we thought, hey, and it's funny how they legalize weed, but this weed nowadays, man, is an instant anxiety attack. I mean, disclaimer, if you're smoking that shit nowadays, that's an instant anxiety attack. You may as well smoke it right in front of Mass General. So when you light that shit up and smoke it right in front of Mass General, because you're going to want to run in there in about 20 minutes because you're going to have a full-blown anxiety attack. I mean, come on, man. This THC is like at 70%, 80%, and whatever else they cut it with. Now they're throwing fentanyl in it. All for what? What are we doing? And then, like I said, these kids got quirks, man. Are you working your kids through these quirks? And now they're smoking the weed on top of it, and they think, hey, I could smoke weed and be regular. No, you can't. You can't even park a car in a parking spot, man. You just drove by 5. I had a friend. I took him to New York, and I'm like, find parking on the side. There's parking on the side streets. We was in Lower East Side, so we were on Houston Street and all that. So like, I'm in the back seat of the whip. My boy Brad's in the front, and my man's driving. I won't name drop, and I'm like, this parking on the sides. Just look for an open spot, but you got to be fast. We're in New York. You got to be fast. You got to start pulling. You got to be aggressive. This dude's just driving around in circles, and I'm like, bro, we just drove by like 4 fucking parking spots. What are you doing, buddy? You want to just park in the garage for $20 because your anxiety's killing you? And I could tell he had anxiety, and that's okay. That's fine. But I looked at him. I said, my man, let's parallel that, bro. You see how you just drove around all them spots? And he's a younger dude. He's my understudy. He was someone I was working with in music. I said, but see how you're driving around all them spots and you're getting bugged out to pull into it? You don't know when to make the move. You don't know how to do it. You want someone to do it for you. You are looking for that assistance, that assist, but sometimes that assist ain't there. I said, man, What do you want me to park that car for you? Not, I can't park the car for you, man. I can't make decisions for you. Sometimes you're going to have to face that fear. Fear not. Maybe that anxiety, maybe all that shit going through your mind and all them crazy compulsive thoughts. Maybe that's God talking to you. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's not such a bad thing. But when you add the weed and you add the internet and you add all these kids who play video games all night long, chatting like what I got on right now, and just being, just their dialogue's messed up. They're dropping the C word, see you next Tuesday, and they're just, they're running off at their mouth, and they're saying dumb shit. It's like, yo, my man, you can't control your fucking dialogue, my dude. And you want me to respect you as a man? You can't even, we're having a conversation. You done dropped, see you next Tuesday. You done said some racist shit. I mean, bro, what's wrong with you, my man? You're quirky. You're a quirky guy. What type of donuts do you like? Do you like the lemon donuts? My boy up the block on Union Street in Lynn, he's got that EBT card. We could go to Market Basket and get them on the EBT. We can get a whole dozen for free on that EBT. Did you know that? Yeah, that's the type of shit I'm on. It's funny, isn't it? I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. I might be too fast for you, but rewind. If you're on the replay crew, we love you too. And if you didn't understand what I said, come back and watch me again, because sometimes I'm 39,000 feet over everybody's head. But that's what it is, these quirky people. And it's like, it comes a time in your life when you become a man, a certain age, you got to take that responsibility to take an inventory check of yourself. And you got to know yourself. And you got to say, you know what? You got to have compassion and say to yourself, the way I'm coming off, the way I'm projecting myself is sometimes people take that wrong. So maybe it's me. So you got to check yourself and calm yourself down. And, but in the young kids who are 22, 23, they're young adults. You got to parent them. You got to talk to them, and you got to let them know, hey, you still get the pass. You still got the pass. You're still a young adult. We're still here for you. But it's going to come a time when you turn 28 to 30, we're just going to, that gap is going to move, and it's going to be all on you to figure yourself out. I can't park the car for you. I can't park the car for you. You're going to have to be aggressive. You're going to have to figure out, is it behavior? Is it, what are you good at? What are you not good at? Oh, where you can shoot that 3-pointer. That's fucking great. Here, take that. Shoot it. Hit that 3. But I need you to park the fucking car, though, after that. I need you to park the car after that. You're good at the 3. We're going to give you that 3 ball. But after that, you need to park the car. So figure out what you're good at, what you're not good at, and figure it out. Figure yourself out. And that's humbling, man. That's a humbling thing. Excuse me. That's a humbling thing. My daughter is 13, hates school, and has anxiety. My 25-year-old is married, has a 3-year-old, college full time, and did 4 years in the Air Force. Guess you never know. Isn't it crazy? She's 13, she hates school, and she has anxiety. Tough. Poor girl. My 25-year-old is married. Goes to college. He don't give a hit. He was in the Air Force. He did 4 years in the Air Force. He was flying high, 39,000. You just never know. The world's scary, Cheryl. It's a scary place. And that's okay. You keep parenting. Your 25-year-old, you keep parenting. He's 25. He's not an adult yet. He's not an adult in my eyes, in my opinion, until he's 28 years old. Shit, maybe even 30. That's my opinion. Keep parenting. Keep it up, Cheryl. Good girl. Well, Bridget, you haven't drank in 15 years. Well, good for you. Maybe you should throw back a Hennessy shot when Karen Reed gets found not guilty. I think, if that doesn't mess up your sobriety or anything like that. But shit, I think we all need a good shot. We'll just drink some Ghost after this thing's over. Because it's crazy. This is crazy. Scary times we live in right now. Jen, come on. Talk about it, girl. Absolutely, JFK. Parents never stop. You already know, girl. It's awful for the kids nowadays. It's sad. Social media ruin people. People are fake. Oh my God. Good day from Australia. Mike. ADHD. How we doing? Let's talk about it, Leanne. Let's talk about it. My son will hit 35 and 33. My son, excuse me, will hit 35 and 33. And you're right, 28-ish is when they started to make me extremely proud. Like, oh my God, they were actually listening. Leanne, ladies and gentlemen, Leanne. That's awesome, Leanne. Tell your sons that JFK said, listen to your mother. Listen to your mother. Listen to Leanne. And if you don't, you're going to get hit with a disclaimer. Eddie Morgan, my man. He's got the fire emoji up. He's not fucking around. Hell no. It's the anxious generation. Crazy concert grandma. You know what? Crazy conscious grandma. You're right. You're right. Damn, grandma's looking pretty good in that picture, though. You crazy concert grandma. What are you doing over there, grandma? What's your secret? Woohoo! Anxious generation. I like that. Thank you, girl. Especially for the girls, I think it's worse. I hope I can meet you next week when the trial starts, JFK. Of course, I'll be out there. I'll be out there. I'm coming out this week. I'm flying out this weekend, so I'll be out in Massachusetts this week, and I will be. I mean, if the trial starts, I'll probably go there like the first couple of days. I fly out the same week, so I fly out. I think I fly out. When was it? Yeah, I fly out Thursday. So I come in this weekend. I fly out. No, I fly out Friday, but I'm here till Thursday. Well, I'll be there till Thursday. Um, So yeah, I'll be down there. Me and James Jackson will be together. We'll be down there. We got some things planned. We're gonna do some lives down there. We're gonna set up down there, do a live, and talk to the people, get to meet some people. I'm excited to meet Hockey, excited to meet Natalie. Uh, you know, Whoever's down there, I'm excited. Dennis Sweeney, all the people that are down there, boots on the ground. I'm excited to meet you guys. And I mean, I didn't plan. I mean, honestly, I didn't know the trial was going to start. You know what I mean? So, I mean, the trial already started, but you know what I mean, the opening statement. So, I just let God take the wheel. I had to go down there for some. I had to come. Well, excuse me. I have to go up there. I got to handle something out there. So it worked out. It worked out. I just let God take the wheel. Yo, JFK, please do some more lives outside the TD Garden. Yeah, we'll be down the garden. We'll be down the garden. We'll go down there. We're gonna talk to the people. We're gonna talk to the people the way we do it. I mean, it's even crazy because the trial's gonna be going right. I think the opening statements is gonna be really. I mean, everything starts with the beginning, right? Like if you come on stage, 1 2 1 2, everything is like the presence right off the bat. If you come off to the stage, 1 2 1 2. Hello. People are like, who is this guy? And it doesn't matter if you build it up. You got to come out strong. So, you know, when he takes that stage, it's going to be strong. So that's going to be something. Um, Alan Jackson he's practicing it right now as we speak. He's probably every day he probably practices this open statement. You've seen him on the documentary with the cards and all that. He's going into that zone. You have to. And that's great because he's exactly what we need. Now, don't get me wrong. Yannetti was perfect for Lally, but we need it. I think we want that matchup, right? We want it more Alan Jackson versus Clown Boy, Beetlejuice, Hank Brennan, because Hank Brennan thinks he's slick. Hank Brennan thinks he's like, he's got that. And the problem with that is that they both come from the same type background, right? Hank Brennan, big cases, Alan Jackson's big cases, Hollywood, so to speak, Whitey Bulger, and then Alan Jackson, did Kevin Spacey. So same type of deals, he's out in Hollywood, he's based out there. So I think that I think the presentation as far as likable goes, I think you would kind of like if I was a juror and I had to pick Hank Brennan or Alan Jackson as far as who do I like and who's more consistent and who's more believable and who I put my money on. I'd put it on Alan Jackson. I mean, I think he's going to bring the snake out even more in Hank Brennan, Alan Jackson, because Alan Jackson is just so good at just picking up on things. And I'm not saying Yannetti's not, but Yannetti does it in a different way. He's not as fiery. He's more poetic. And if you're into the poetic thing, that's great. And don't get me wrong, Yannetti's perfect. I'm not knocking Yannetti, but for that opening statement, we need fire. We need fire. We don't need poetry. It's a battle. It's a battle. We don't need poetry. So let's just parallel it. We don't need a country song for the beginning. I love my girl. No, we need fuck the police coming straight from the underground. We need forget you. Wah! We need that. That's what we need. We need that fire. And that's what we're going to get. And that's what we need, because this is a war. This is a battle. For sure. For sure. For sure. What the duck? She gifted 5 JFK memberships. And you already know how we do it. You know how.
We're working too, yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes. We're working too, yeah. I mean, my...
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Disclaimer. I had to shut the music off. Goddamn, James Jackson came through with the bomb. Hold on. Where's my man James at?
Too, yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3.
Hold on. James Jackson. I need everybody to read this. Everybody to look. James Jackson. Wow. James Jackson. James Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something about James Jackson. That's my friend. That's our friend. He's really my friend. I love James Jackson. Something about that fucking guy that I love. But this right here, this hits my heart right here. I'm just getting things situated now. I'm looking forward to seeing my boy this weekend. Holy shit, James Jackson. Holy shit.
Yeah. On and on. Back in the days when I was young. Yeah. Turn me up in the headphones. Summertime vibes, you know what I mean? He put it on my mama. Where's my ladies at, on my mother's at? You know what I mean? Yeah. State to state, worldwide. Listen. We pilot through the struggle, above and beyond. It's a long fall from pride. What you standing on? Goals in plain sight. Get your landing strong. He fucked up to play because he ran it wrong. Underbelly of Boston, filled with racist rats. The sneak gets away, but it often traces back. They digging up the bodies, got DNA to match. Feds listening to your boss, he got life for rap. Damn. Seems the greed indeed, it was trolling you. Court closed wrinkle, they smelling like mildew. Old Spice in the air, old law holding you. It's in God's hands with a creed overview. Too many suckers pulling, not enough pushing. Feeling like Guru, driving Boston to Brooklyn. God's working overtime, devil is cooking. Got shot twice, survived, but the cancer took him. Damn. Back in the days when I was younger, dad was never home. He put it on my mama. I was just a baby when I seen all the trauma. But on God, we gonna shine every summer. Back in the days when I was younger, dad was never home. He put it on my mama. I was just a baby when I seen all the trauma. But on God, we gonna shine every summer. Come on.
Daddy wasn't around, mama held it down.
you raise us on your own and never let us till you frown. Superwoman, you a superhero in my eyes. And you sacrifice it all to make sure we have better lives. You an angel like you came down from the skies. You came down from the skies. That's on God, on God, on God. That's on God, on God. Come on. And
to all the ladies having babies on their own, I know it's kinda rough and you're feeling all alone. Feds picked up the case so far away from home. Try to stay focused, don't let your mind roam. It gets real, all the miles and abuse. We really in pain, you know we just smiled through. I grew up a good kid, got with a wild crew. Facing the truth, in denial, paying dues. And dad never knew what he belonged to. A wild juvenile, grew up in reform school. All the trauma, what I write this song to. Make the song cry, but I'm a strong dude. I 129 with a brand new rag. I'm a dad myself, Papa got a brand new bag. Break the cycle, it's like I'm not even mad. You put it on my mama, I left it on a track. Back in the days, when I was younger, dad was never home, he put it on my mama. I was just a baby when I seen all the trauma. But on God, we gonna shine, every summer. Back in the days, when I was younger, dad was never home, he put it on my mama. I was just a baby when I seen all the trauma. But on God, we gonna shine every summer.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Jackson can see his son. Ladies and gentlemen.
yeah,
James Jackson.
on and on. Oh God.
That's on God can see his son, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he got arrested, slandered. He's out on bail. James Jackson can see his son. Got clean. Got his shit together. James Jackson can see his son, y'all.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This one's explosive.
We're working too. Yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes.
James Jackson can see his son, ladies and gentlemen. That is awesome. Give me a second. That is awesome. That's what's up, James. That's what's up. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you, brother. He'll see his boy this weekend. I'm running into some turbulence. I'm sorry, my StreamYard. I don't know, YouTube, StreamYard, things been acting funny. So I'm trying to navigate through. Currently flying at 39,000 feet, people. We got message from the flight deck, James Jackson. Got a letter. He went to trial. I'm paraphrasing. I haven't talked to James this morning. He jumped on flight real quick and dropped a bomb that he's getting things situated. These are his words. And he could see his son this weekend. So he's got visitation. So I take it the judge ruled in his favor. That's what they do during a trial in probate court. They say, all right, we'll take it under consideration, just like Auntie Bev does, right? I'm assuming that's how it goes, but I'm probably on the money. A little pat on my back. But hold on, disclaimer. Chill out, JFK. You don't know everything. Not everybody's like you, dude. I get it. But yeah, so he got something in the mail. You know, we've been talking about it. He's been waiting for something in the mail. I take it that he got that piece of paper, and it said in that piece of paper that you can see your son now by the court of law. So his girl, his baby's mother, the one he never talks bad about. We don't talk bad about our baby's mothers. Why would we? That's stupid. They've been through a lot. All mothers go through a lot. The hormones of a woman is crazy, and you got to understand all the shit women go through, and you get it. But as a man, we don't like to be talked to certain ways. And so that's the yin and the yang. So it's back to what I said at the beginning of this. You got to control yourself. I can't park the car for you. I can't control your dialogue. It's up to you. If you want to treat people bad, treat people bad. If his baby's mother went down that route that she did, hey, he took every hit. Boom, bang, boom. He took every hit. Now, the court of law settled it. He could see his son. Doesn't matter what she thinks about him anymore. Doesn't make a difference. At the end of the day, he gets to see his boy. He gets to be a dad. His son gets to have a dad in his life. And that's what it's all about. Doesn't make a difference what the woman thinks or whatever. This is just the way it's supposed to be. And hopefully she can grow from this. Hopefully this is a humbling experience and she can fix herself. And I mean that with all due respect to any woman out there that's rigid, that's upset, and tries to put your fucking issues on people's shoulders, especially if you have a poor man next to you and you put all your issues on his shoulders. And let me flip that around. If you're a man and you're putting all your issues on your poor woman's shoulders, fuck you too. Wait a minute. That's just the way it goes. Figure out your quirks, man. Figure out the kinks. Figure out yourself. Humble yourself. That's all. It's that easy. She's been a member for 7 months. Wow. JFK, my jaw hit the floor when they said Colin will not testify. What? So Colin's not testifying? Is that new? No, that's new. Is that breaking news? I didn't see that. Is that breaking news right now? Nah, is that breaking news? What do you mean Colin won't testify? He got to testify. He was in the house. Hold on a minute. Let me. Did you get that wrong? Are you saying that wrong? Is that something new? Judge can only. Let me see. I'm on Twitter. Am I bugging right now? What's going on? Damn, man. There's so much stuff on Twitter. What's up, a Turtle Boy reported? Because, I go to TB. TB drops all the heat. He didn't say nothing, TB. TB didn't say nothing. But that don't mean it didn't happen, though. Let me see. Nah, not accurate. He just can't be the third party culprit. Yeah, exactly. I just read it on Ted Daniels. I thought that was some breaking news as we was on flight. I thought we were 39,000 cruising. You know what I mean? That's what I thought. That was like 2 weeks ago, third party culprit. I get all that. Thank you. Yeah. He's not the third party culprit, but he's got to testify. And that's okay, because we'll build up to that. We'll build up to what we need to build up to. Who's in the emergency seat there? Oh, man. Let me jump off for a second. Hold on. Yes. Beth protected him. Yeah, she definitely protects him. She definitely protects him. Can you believe that this woman said some stuff like this? Would you believe it? This woman said this.
At least 6 calls she made to John O'Keefe between 12:29 and 12:50 that night.
I believe I used the word butt dials.
You claimed that every one of these calls was a butt dial. Is that right?
Yes.
That's crazy.
That Jen deleted at least 6 calls she made to John O'Keefe between 12:29 and 12:50 that night.
I believe I used the word butt dials.
You claimed that every one of these calls was a butt dial. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
His girlfriend, Karen Reed, accused of his murder.
She's accused of killing her boyfriend, a Boston police officer.
It's the crime dividing a city.
They are protesting in favor of Karen Reed, saying she is innocent.
Who cheers for someone accused of murdering a police officer?
I do think she's been framed, and I'm not backing down till she gets free.
And now the woman at the center of it is speaking out.
Now, exclusive personal video. One-on-one with Karen Reed 1 week before her trial.
I'm confident I'm doing everything I can, and that includes looking professional for court. I just got the suit from the tailor because the sleeves are too long, and it's a pet peeve of my mother's to see people with sleeves that are too long.
It seems everyone has an opinion about this case and her.
Her attitude is smug. She's the happiest murder defendant in America.
What this woman has been put through, it's wrong.
He was lost in this whole circus, and I think none of us want him to be lost. I think that's the saddest part of this whole situation.
And now Karen Reed speaking out fully for herself.
You're alleging that they're covering it up. Why would they want to be involved in this conspiracy?
Because he's dead.
That you were angry with John that night.
Yes.
His girlfriend, Karen Reed, accused.
Yeah. Why? Read between the lines. Yeah. Why? I know you feeling hurt, your mind flipped, that was a moment in time, can't rewind it. I seen your call, can't talk, declined it, said I was sorry, liquor had me blinded. I know about your issues, you're not feeling well. What you going through, girl, is a living hell. Sometimes I bug out, I just flip and yell. Just come out tonight, we can sip and chill. I know about that night at the Pats game. You was real comfortable, and that's lame. When I bring it up, you act strange. That's okay, I ain't saying no names. Glad you pulled up though, we can take your legs. I told you before, that girl, see, that's my ex. You gotta chill. Can't believe what you read in text. It's me and you right now, don't be complex. Now it's fine food, proper pints. Storm coming through after 2 lots of white. We gonna be snowed in, so let's start the fights. I know you wanna talk, girl, but not tonight. Got a text by C, he at the other spot. He there with his brother in that other cop. JM over there too, she just a soccer mom. Let's head over there, see what they talk about.
I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been sleeping. Life keeps going by, please tell me why am I living? Poison in my mind, losing sight now with this blind vision. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been sleeping.
Laying on this grass, I can hear the snakes. Wish you would've told me he was feeling so erased. When he sent you that text, seen the fear in your face. Then he texted me too, then you drove away. Don't chase waterfalls, read between lines. Keep a fair view, protect your mind all times. Call 911, officer down. Don't make a sound, there's an officer in the house.
If you guys are just jumping on, we got word that our boy James Jackson and see his son again this weekend. He gets to see his son. That's awesome. I don't know what's up. How am I looking out there? Am I breaking up out there? My internet, I don't know what's going on with the internet service on this StreamYard. StreamYard's been acting up a lot lately for me. I don't know why. I might have to reboot something or something like that. I don't know. How am I looking? How am I sounding? I'm trying to navigate through this trouble. Does anybody know how to butt dial an iPhone? Let me know. I'm pretty sure nobody here does. That's the craziest thing, butt dials, right? It should be over after that, right? StreamYard is messing up for a lot of people. Yeah, for real. Thank you. I'm doing fine. Thank you, Styling One. I'm trying. It's just that this StreamYard is just like I feel like I'm freezing up. In my internet, I have a strong. I'm actually plugged into the internet. I just plugged into it. I'm strong, but it's telling me I'm weak. If that makes any sense. If you guys, people that got StreamYard know, there's a signal that I'm looking at right now on the screen that actually, there's two signals, right? There's the signal on the computer that I'm looking at, says strong, but the StreamYard runs its own signal, and it has just basically what you see, like the bars of the internet strength, and it's on 1. So it's basically telling me my stream is weak, which I don't know because my internet is strong. So I go off that. When I see it goes weak, I try to play some music until it gets strong again, but it hasn't got strong yet. So I don't know if we're stuck like that, and I don't want to be choppy with you guys. I'd rather just be off camera then if I'm going to come in choppy. That way things are more smooth, but I'm just trying to figure it out. You're looking good and you sound great. Thank you, Denise. Appreciate it. Navigating through it. Can't tell from this end. Thank you, Lisa. Well, yeah, so we talked about some things at the beginning of this about, knowing yourself, figuring yourself out, and just knowing your quirks, man, knowing yourself, figuring yourself out. And these people, the Higgins and the Brian Alberts, they're very rigid people. Think about it. I mean, isn't it as simple as this, though? Like, we could just take one part of this case, right? As simple as, I mean, it's the main thing, right? I mean, it's one of the main things. But as far as they pull up to the house, they got a whole house, and they're putting baby blankets on John. And they have a whole house.
Because I was having Jen get the baby blankets to wrap around him out of my car. Because I was having Jen get the baby blankets to wrap around him out of my car.
And that's the craziest thing, right? Because it's like, that's her sad. I feel bad for Kerry because she really loves John, right? I would assume so. In that space and time, right? That trial. She didn't know. When she pulled up to that house. She had no idea. Right? But now she knows. Now you know that house was open. Now Jen had access to that house. Now there was a first responder in there. Now Do you ask yourself that question? Why would she go with your plan? Why would she go with your plan, Kerry? Why? Why would she go with your plan? Why would she be like, all right, put baby blankets on them? And then why would Jen think that everybody in the house was okay? Right? Isn't like, why would you think if someone's out on the front lawn dying, why would you think everybody in the house is okay? And wouldn't you want to know if it happened in the house too? Did it happen in the house? Like, why is he out there? You just was in that house. How did he end up there? I mean, wouldn't you go in the house and ask Brian Albert, like, hey, help me? Wouldn't that be the first thing you do is call Brian A and be like, Brian, help me? And don't you know it, Brian Albert? I said this before, I'll say it again. I mean, this is what it is. We repeat ourselves. You have to. You really do. You got to repeat yourself in this. And it drives yourself crazy. You know, you drive yourself crazy because when you're doing these live streams, you want to bring different things to it, right? But sometimes we have to repeat ourselves. And I said before, Brian A., you could have called Boston police. You could have said, hey, this is Boston detective. You could have called the Boston police. You could have called 911. Them Boston police would have flew up 93, right onto 95, right to Canton. They would have been there. They would have cut through. I think you could cut through Dorchester, go into Quincy, into Weymouth, and slide into Canton. You could go the back routes too, right? I think. I never did that, but I'm sure you can if you're from that area. If you're a Dorchester cat, Southie cat, I'm sure, them were your stomping grounds. Everybody got their little towns they go visit. The city boys go to them towns, right? So I'm just saying they would have flew there. The Boston police would have had that place covered, man. It would have been helicopters on that roof, man. Like literally, like for real. But why? Why didn't they want that to happen? And Kerry, you're the one. Like, imagine if Kerry turns. If Kerry turns just right now, what if she just said, hey, I'm Kerry Roberts and I got some questions? I'm Kerry Roberts and I got some questions because I was putting baby blankets on John. Route 138. Exactly. Dorchester girl here. That's right, girl. It's just crazy. I mean, that's like every time you try to think, like you say, is there a possibility if when you're talking with people who don't know the case, and they're like, well, what if they didn't see her outside? What if they didn't see John outside? What if it's as simple as that? Okay. All right. Maybe. But then why didn't he come outside? Here we go with this crap. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Why wouldn't he just come outside? Right? Why wouldn't he just come outside? Why not? What was the problem? Why wouldn't he just come outside, man? Why wouldn't he call 911? And why wouldn't he call the Boston police? Like, why didn't he try to get his boys involved? Like, I'm sure like he could have called somebody from that police department out there in Boston. He knew somebody that knew John, in that area. I forget what area he worked. Did he work area A? Why wouldn't he want his peers to show up? I mean, that's what they're supposed to do. Officer down, man. It's one of their own. That's what they're supposed to do, right? They're supposed to, make a spectacle when one of their own is down. That's what the blue lights are for, right? Honor God and all that shit. Like, it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying they want to make a spectacle because they think it's cute and they think it's funny. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they would do that to let people know, whoever did this to John, we're not letting it go. We're on to you. You put one of our officers down, we ain't leaving Canton until we find you. That's why they would do it. Not to be like, look at me in my blue suit. Not saying that. Be clear. But Big Bad Brian A. didn't want that to happen at all. He didn't want that to happen. No way. So, Kerry, ask yourself that question. Kerry, ask yourself that question. Why? Why didn't he want that to happen? Why? Think about it. Is it as simple as that? I talked to a woman who dated Brian Higgins. Actually was in a relationship with him for 18 months. It was a interesting phone call with her. FaceTime call, actually. Her friends say she looks like Karen Reed. That's what she told me. And as I kept looking at her, I said, wow, maybe. you look like Karen. You know, same build, same look, small woman. Higgy got a taste? I don't know. You know why he didn't come out after 10 went in? We all do. Exactly. We all do. But the other side don't. The non-believers don't. And as I talk to this woman, and she's telling me about her relationship and how she met him. This was March of 2022. Ask yourself this question. A Boston police officer dies. No matter how you look at it, no matter how you look at it, Higgins, Kevin from South Boston, you was involved in the situation with John. No matter how you look at it. You take you out that situation, take you out that whole situation. Kevin from South Boston. Take you out that situation. You're never there. John does go back to 34 Fairview just with Brian Albert and Colin. And keep in mind, Karen knows that you're not there too. You weren't at the waterfall. Karen probably would go in that house. She probably would have got out the car right with John. And keep in mind, we got to understand how John got out the car. He got out the car like this. Yo, what? That's how he got out the car. He got out the car like this. Dude just text me. What? What? Hold on a minute. What? That's how he got out the car. Take you out that situation, Kevin from South Boston. He's in the car like this. What's up, girl? You want to go in there? Come on, let's just go in there. Have a drink, girl. Come on. Come on, you know I love you. Come on, Karen. Stop being stupid. We'll just go in there and have a drink. I'm just trying to be neighborly, you know? Did I say that right? Just trying to be a good guy to these people. Come on. Come on, Karen. Come on, girl. Come on, stop it, Karen. What did you just say? Why you just use that big word on me? Karen, calm the fuck down with them big words, all right? I'm a Boston cop, and you're talking to me like listen, I'm not one of your students. Just get out the car. Shut this shit off. Come on, let's go. All right, come on. That's how he would have got out the car if you weren't there, Higgins. But you were there. And Karen, the whole ride was like this.
John, why you even want to go over there? They're not even your fucking friends. You see the way they were acting? They're idiots. They're fucking clowns, John. Come on, let's just go home. Why do you want to stay out with them idiots for? They're fucking Jen, she's not your friend. They're not your fucking friends, John. I don't want to go. I gotta go to the bathroom. Come on, let's not go. Let's go home.
That's the way she was driving over there. And this is the way John was acting. He's looking at his phone. Are you coming here? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Why did he just text me? Am I coming here? What's up with that, Karen? Yeah? I'm going to talk to this fool. Just pull up. Pull up right there. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. That's what happened. So, Higgins, if you weren't in the picture, this would have never happened, buddy. This would have, no matter how you look at it, whether she hit him, when this comes out, right, that she actually did it, don't matter. Your hands are still in this, bro. Even if that was the case. Disclaimer. Even if that was the case. Even if that was the case. Your hands are still in this. March of 2022. You went on Match.com, Higgins. Mhm. You did? You did. Kevin from South Boston. You did, bro. What a match. He enjoys backstabbing his friends and setting people up. He's giving out ATF coins everywhere he goes. This is an ATF coin. This is a classic. This right here is going to be worth something one day. Here's a tip and here's an ATF coin. That's what you did, right? Had the Patriots on it, Bruins, Celtics. Listen, I'm not out to shit on you, but this is what I heard. And you're Kevin from South Boston. Your favorite things is waterfalls, fighting, lying, and betrayal. What a match. What a match. What a fucking match. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. Peace, love. Love listening to you. Thank you, Roseanne. Love you too. Jen from Dorchester. Brian Albert was beat up too, so he didn't come out. Right? I believe that. I love you, J.F.K. You make me happy. Thank you, little B. Appreciate them words. That's beautiful. That's so nice. I'm glad I make somebody happy. Match.com. Wow. Look at this guy, huh? So March of 2022, it's a fact. It is a fact. Ladies and gentlemen, March of 2022, a month and some change after this all went down. This guy right here was on Match.com looking for love in all the fucking wrong places. And he found it.
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin from Southie? What's happening?
Listen, I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin from Southie? What's happening?
Listen, I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? But let me ask you something. Those two dudes that you're accusing, right? They're decorated dudes. What happens? Like, can you look at this from both sides? And this comes out that she actually did it. Are you ready to, like, you know, put it out there that you were wrong?
You sound like Higgins, bro.
You wrong.
Is this Higgins?
Is this Higgins?
You wrong.
You're Higgins.
Why are we wrong? Why
This
are we
is
wrong?
fucking Higgins. Higgins called the phone. He hung up. That was Higgins, bro.
That was
Bro.
Higgins, man.
Bro.
You fucking coward, man.
That was fucking Higgins. Yo, I'm bugging. Disclaimer. I'm bugging.
Damn.
I'm
Why
bugging
you gonna...
right now.
Dude's gonna
I'm
call
hyped
and
up.
hang up.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm bugging. Dude's gonna call and hang up.
Higgins, what are you gonna do when you're found guilty?
Everybody.
Don't believe the hype.
Wow, man. March of 2022, he was on Match.com. This woman reached out to me. Listen, Kevin from South Boston, I don't want no smoke with you. I didn't ask to reach out for her, you know, and you know, she hit me up. But what made me think about this whole thing, right, Kevin from South Boston, honestly, you got to look at it from my point of view, my man. You made a mistake. I'm not against you, bro. Like, I know that's probably talking with both sides of my mouth because I go in on you. I have to go in on you for sure. But honestly, I can't judge you. Maybe that's a better word. Better word is I can't judge you. What happened is what happened. It went down. It went down. What the fuck? It is what it is. You're probably not a bad dude, man. You probably saved some people's lives. You was a Marine. I think you was a Marine. You're a decorated dude. I truly believe that, man. You did a lot of, and you did a lot of great things, man. I'll give it to you, man. It's not easy locking in, becoming a firefighter, a lieutenant. I mean, let's look at the good of the guy, right? I can tell you right now, being a lieutenant for being a firefighter, it's not easy, and he did that. So congratulations, Kevin, becoming an ATF agent. I mean, that shit is cool, man. I mean, that's pretty impressive, my man. You definitely put in work to do that. And hey, man, you did it. And girls think you're attractive. I mean, people could talk shit all they want, right? Kev, they could talk shit about you. But Karen Reed liked you. This girl that I talked to, she liked you too. She said you were handsome. Hey, man, I don't judge men. You got a full head of hair on you, you lucky prick. Damn, Kev, you got a full head of hair. You're a lucky son of a bitch, man. How are you going to wear it this trial? You going to have the part in there again? I like that style. It looks good on you, Kev. It really does. I like that. Good for you. You can wear that when you're in jail, too. They'll fucking, you can rock that in the yard. I used to rock it like that in 98, kid, when I could. When I could, though, Kev. Your man JFK can't do that now. But back in the day, I rocked the boys' cut. We used to call it the boys' cut, That's what we used to call it, We used to call it that. That's when you go in front of the judge, put it to the side and you're praying to God. My girl Ev Fetters knows about that haircut. She sees it all the time. But, at the end of the day, you was involved in this, man. No matter how you look at how you flip it, you was involved in this. In March of 2022, which made it so what's the word I'm looking for? Interesting to me was March of 2022. You was on Match.com looking for chicks. That's crazy. And knowing that a chick just got you all involved in this, like a man ended up dead. No matter if you did it, Brian Albert did it, Colin did it, or Karen did it. Disclaimer, I'm saying you was involved in that, and you're 1 month later, a month and change later, is looking for a chick and did the same exact tactics you did with this chick. You did with Karen. You brought her to the house in West Roxbury, then you took her out to the Cape. You know what I mean? I'm an ATF agent, this and that. You did all that. So them were your quirks, right? And this is what we're Kevin, if you're just tapping in now, my man, I'm not shitting on you. Go back to the beginning of this video and understand. I'm not a shitbag, my dude. I'm not out to fuck you. I don't want no smoke with you, man. I don't want no problem with your boys, man, your ATF crew. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm just saying. Take responsibility. When you called up this fucking phone, you didn't take responsibility, man. You didn't say this is Higgins. You know what I mean? If you would have called up and said, this is Brian Higgins and you're talking shit, I would have maybe listened to what you had to say. But you lied and said you were somebody else. I'm not lying about who I am. You know who I am, Kevin. You already Googled me, man. You got that whole shit right in front of you, man. You know exactly who I am. And at the end of the day, man, I'm just a man. You're just a man. God judges us, man. I'm just a man. I ain't shit. What am I? I'm a fucking dude in a bee hat and some funny glasses. Come on. I look like look at me. I'm all fucked up, bro. I got flaws too. I'm no better than you, bro. But I know better. And I know that by you doing that in March of 2022 and had a whole 18-month relationship, which is interesting, you still never had a chance to really understand. Now you had the trial, and now here we are here at the second trial. I hope somewhere in the middle of this shit, you really figured out what you need to do for yourself as a man that's not working for you anymore. I hope that you're still not in denial aisle, man. I hope you took your own inventory, man, and realize whatever it is your issues are, they just, you know what I mean? Because that's what we do. We self-sabotage. With you wanted to get with another girl. You wanted to, insert yourself. You wanted to be that good guy. You needed some girl to tell you how nice you are. You wanted to be looked at as the great guy, the clean guy, because that's what you do. You You're very slick. You know how to dance. You know how to dance with the words. You know how to bust a move. You're slick. You're a slick dude. Believe me, Kevin from South Boston can dance. Trust me. Trust me. So I hope at this point you're not doing that again. You're gonna get with another girl, bro, and do the same shit to her and just make her believe that everything's all good, and it's not, because you're not all good, man. I hope you're all good. How is it sitting with you? A 7 to 10, man. It's not that long, man. Do a 7 to 10. You'll be all right, man. You're what, like 52, 53? You'll be out, you know, when you're like 62, 61. Whatever, bro. You go to the yard, you get in shape. You go in there, you'll learn some things, man. You'll learn about how being humble. Maybe you need that, man. You fucked up, bro. That's just what it comes down to. Take the plea and do the bid. Unfortunately, it's 7 to 10. I get it. I think you'd end up with a 7 to 10. That's what I think you would end up with. That's not that long. It really ain't. You'll be out in your 60s. I mean, you're going to continue to live this, man? You're going to continue. I'm being real with you, Kevin. You're going to continue to live this. You're going to go on Match.com and pull some girl. Now you can't even go on Match.com because everybody knows who you are. So who are you going to get? You're going to get the girl from Mass and Cass, and you're going to 13 step? You're going to get the girl who's fucked up on the opiates or was messed up on the opiates? You're going to get with the girl who drinks too much? You're going to get with the girl who's all that's not right? And you're going to mess with her head? Don't be that dude. Come on, Cav. You're better than that. I know you're better than that. Come on. Listen, your man JFK is telling you something, man. Because let me tell you something, Kevin from South Boston. If me and you, knock on wood, if me and you, I did that. I've been there and I've done that. But if me and you was in the yards together or at the, inside the joint together, we would probably sit at the same table. Well, disclaimer. We wouldn't sit at the same table because you're an ATF agent. Let's be clear. You're gonna have your issues, but let's just put that to the side. This fucking claimer, your man JFK would not sit at the table with you because I can't, bro. You're an ATF agent. You know what I mean? And we don't like ATF agents. But listen, I'm talking about as a man. The point is, as a man, you would be around guys similar to me, right? And these are the people you would probably get along with, man. These are the people you do get along with in your profession, so to speak. Because it's guys like me you befriend, right? And you get cool with, and then you ruin my life. You say, hey, let's buy guns, let's do shit. And then we do crime because I have a criminal mind, and you're like, look at all these guns and look at all these drugs. And it's like, oh yeah, let's make all this money, Kev. And then all of a sudden, you come through and arrest us. And then you walk away clean. Listen, man. Now the shit backfired on you, bro. Now you're the criminal. Now you're the murderer, or you're the one who was a part of it, no matter how you look at it. Like I said, if you would have called up, absolutely, Paps, man. You already know. You already know. He'd be PC'd up. But I'm just saying, he'd definitely be PC'd up. But, I'm not even trying to get into the politics of jail because I don't even like talking about that fucking place. I just don't. It puts a bad. Why do I want to talk about jail? Fuck jail. Forget jail. Like, I don't want to even sound like I'm glorifying it. I don't even want to be associated with that shit. Honestly, I'm so far removed from that life. Leave me the fuck alone. But the fact is that this is what it is, my dude. This is what you're looking at. You're not. Who else you going to hear it from? I hope you're hearing it from me. Take me off the TV. Am I on the TV right now, Kevin? 7 to 10. You be out when you're 61, 62. You move on. That's it. That's the way it goes, bro. You move on. You're going to continue this life. You're going to continue just getting people's life, insert yourself in people's lives and ruin their lives and act like you're okay. You're not okay, man. You're never going to be okay. You got to fix yourself. Go back to the beginning of this video, man. We're misdiagnosed. Our generation is misdiagnosed, man. We had issues from the jump. They told us to go to the schoolyard. They told us, here's a letter. Go buy me a pack of cigarettes. That's what they told us. We was in the bars, man, playing pinball with our dads in these dark ass bars. Shit, I wasn't even with my dad. I was playing pinball in the bar without my dad at 12 years old. And they let me in there. Oh, let him in. He's just playing pinball, seeing drunks and fucking things I should have never seen. Why at 20 years old did I think I was 40? Why? I was just 20 years old, man. That's all I was. I was just 20. But I thought I was 40. So didn't you, Kev. So didn't you. We got that in common. Our generation is fucked up. We're from a dark, dark generation. It's dark, man. But hey, maybe you can fix it, man. But you're going to have to do that time, bro. You're going to have to do it. Got some turbulence here. You make me want to dance, JFK. My girl. Appreciate you so much. Cheryl would ask, she was been a member for 7 months. This is the first channel I joined when getting involved in all this. I love your content. Keep up the good work. Free Karen Reed, Justice for Officer John O'Keefe. Absolutely. Appreciate you. Really do. He's at least an alpha man. JFK looks like he could be an Eddie's son. Maybe I am. I learned about the birds and the bees and the Fenway bleachers. God damn. Oh, man. I know that some former cops got put there. One could up in corruption. Yeah, Norman. Point is, he gets locked up, man. He's getting PC'd up. But that's on him. He doesn't really have to get PC'd up. You know what I mean? Like, he could go into general population, you know, if he wants to. He's a big guy, you know, he could. He's going to have some issues. But then again, he might not. I don't even know the climate in there anymore, and I don't want to fucking know, you know. But hey, 7 to 10, you know, he do 2 years behind a wall, and after that, he's short time, you know. Like, he'll get parole the first time around, and you know, he'll end up in a medium security where dude's got shit to lose. So he'll be surrounded by the killers and shit, but the killers probably won't make moves on him or anything like that because they're too comfortable in their situation. So, you know, and I guess they get 15 days a month good time now. So it's kind of like, it's like, hey, I know that dude's a rat. I know that dude's a rapist, but I'm getting 15 days a month good time. So, and we're watching cable TV, and you know what I mean, and we're eating good and we're looking good, and so people just leave that shit alone. They don't get caught up. Don't get me wrong, it's on the table. It's always there. It's always buzzing around. It's always there. The mosquitoes come out at night. Oh, best believe them hot pots inside the pillow case. Oh yeah, that could come offside your head at any given time. No question. But you know, yes, he's a rat. He is. He is, for sure. Definitely. He's definitely a rat, man. Funny guy, isn't he? Funny guy. But he's got to understand it's because no matter what, no matter how he looks at it, no matter how you look at it, he was involved in this. Is Higgy playing in Sons of Anarchy? I don't know, my man. Very possible. Very possible, this guy. Very possible. It really is. How we doing out there, chat? How we feeling? How we feeling out there? How we doing? Hope everybody is well. Or is he pushing papers? Who knows what he's doing, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, I have no idea what that man is doing. But we're going to find out real soon. Real soon. We're going to find out real soon. How crazy is that?
Went screaming at her sister's door. What was that, 10 feet away?
Yeah.
People in her
Sound like
situation
Andrew Dice
with her-
Clay, man.
Yeah, he was from the Bronx. It's Higgy. It's Higgy.
Nah, man, you definitely ain't Higgy.
How does she not go screaming to the house? If her brother and sister-in-law or sister and brother-in-law didn't know that he was out there, in a million years they would have came running out. If McCabe seen John on the lawn, he would have been banging on the fucking door, screaming, "Get out here!" He's laying there, right?
Yeah.
And now it's going to be a movie, right?
It's gonna be a fucking. Let me ask you a question, bro. Do you put polos in the bag, bro, out there? Or what? Polos in the bag.
Polos?
Yeah, polos. You go to Macy's and shit. Do you stick some polos in the bag by any chance?
How'd you know that?
You do that, right?
Shoplifting?
Ladies and gentlemen, we do.
Shoplift out there?
Everybody's rich. They don't bother nobody out
So
here.
you're out there. You're getting some shit. You get polos.
I'm not into. You know who I like? I like
the tracksuits.
What's that brand?
What do you stick in the bag, though? What did you stick in the bag lately?
Saint Laurent.
What? Usually just like hair creams and stuff. You know. on deodorant. That's Nivea. What's that expensive one now? You know the one without the aluminum. It's like $16.99.
Without the aluminum. God damn. Why do you get the ones without
you see
the
how
aluminum?
much on deodorant is? $16.99. It's fucking insane. You gotta steal everything, man.
You gotta steal everything. You're damn right. You gotta steal everything. I hear you, bro.
Shit, man.
What about raises?
I got those locked up.
Do you got the key?
They got everything locked up now. Yeah, raises are hard. But
what about Polaroid
Denise,
film? You can make some money off that film out there in New York. Everybody's taking pictures with the film now. Make some money.
With what? What's that?
The Polaroid film, man. Did you know you can make some money off that?
No.
Think
Why?
about-
They're using regular. They're going back to those Kodak cameras now.
Listen, my man, you can make a lot of money off that Kodak film, man. You can probably make like $20 a pop.
I didn't know that. But we got to talk after the show. You got to come. You got to.
Tick tock tock tick tock tick. Tick tock tock tick tock tick.
It can't stop how one.
Tick tock tock tick tock tick. Tick tock tock tick tock tick.
It can't stop how one.
You want to serve the Commonwealth? This is your chance. We need you, pal.
One more.
Every now and then I look up to the sky, and while the minutes pass I lose track of time, but all I gotta do is try to spend it right. Let's take one more time to celebrate like there ain't no tomorrow. So let's just make a memory, 'cause tomorrow will be too late. Don't think twice and hesitate, 'cause it's all that we got for now. Just one more time to make it great. Yeah. Just one more time. to the sky. And while the minutes pass, I lose track of time. But all I gotta do is try to spend it right. Let's take one more time to celebrate like there ain't no tomorrow. So let's just make a memory, 'cause tomorrow will be too late. Don't think twice and hesitate, 'cause it's all that we got for now. Just one more time to make it great, yeah. Just one more time.
Why? Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Beef never dies. I hold a mean grudge. Life is cruel. I never knew love. How I feel with evil and it's running through my blood. Every day I'm trying, but I'm fucking up. Judge sick of seeing me. I'm doing time. Lost everything, even lost my mind.
Anything like that?
Pay the price when you cross the line.
I did leave.
That's
Yes.
all right. We all gonna die. All gonna die.
I don't think I said goodbye to anybody.
Day out of worse, the hurt and the pain, sitting in a cell, poor basements, living in hell. Who can you tell? Don't understand, can't reach goals, don't have a plan. Feeling so paranoid, my life is a lie. Now close your eyes and say goodbye. I know better to say goodbye. But I know better. Time to say goodbye. Say goodbye. Police on the bus, yo, they took my hat. Let time pass and I got me a strap. Found that motherfucker and I took it back. I grew up in the era where they cooked the crap. Law library, fighting for his life. Love from the mods, got caught with a knife. Shedding some light, it's getting dark. On the same corners, but we worlds apart. Play it smart, they watching every move. Only a fool got something to prove. Nothing to lose, we making gains. Running around, chasing fame. Know my name, heavy in the game. I played my part, I made my lane. Feeling so paranoid, life is a lie. Now close your eyes and say goodbye. They pray and pray for your downfall. I mean, your friends ain't your friends. Take a look around.
Your friends ain't your friends. Take a look around. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Mic check to the gods. Back. Wow, had to reboot the internet. Man. Internet be getting funky on StreamYard sometimes. Keep pausing and stuff. Hope that didn't mess things up. Glad you guys are still rocking out with your boy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We're here. We are here. We are here. M. Fetters, I got love for you, girl. M. Fetters, what up? What up, girl? What up? Little bees, no worries. Joe Biffle. Afternoon, Pilot JFK. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. So, what we're talking about is this case, and it's crazy because you would think that that's all it would take, right? Even my man said the same thing right here. Crazy guy. It was funny, but it was the truth, though. He's like, Jen would have just ran right outside. I mean, would have ran in to get Big Bad Brian A. He would have came outside,
Went
right?
screaming at her sister's door. What was that, 10 feet away?
Yeah.
People in her
Sound like Andrew
situation
Dice
would have-
Clay, man.
Yeah, he was from the Bronx. It's Higgy.
Nah, man, you definitely ain't Higgy.
How does she not go screaming to the house? If her brother and sister-in-law or sister and brother-in-law didn't know that he was out there, in a million years they would have came running out. If McCabe seen John on the lawn, he would have been banging on the fucking door, screaming, "Get out here!" He's laying there, right?
Man. I mean, that's a guy that's from New Rochelle, right? He's from the Bronx. This is a New Yorker. He's like, what the fuck you mean? You'd have been banging on the door. What do you mean? You heard what he said. He can't believe it. He just can't believe that happened. And that's what it comes down to. Like, you could pick any part of the case, right? The butt dials at 2 a.m. You can pick the how long to die in the code. You can pick the waterfall video. You can go to the key cycles. You can go to the tail light pieces, the inverter video, Proctor getting fired. I mean, I'm sure I'm missing something. I mean, it just gets better and better. And then you got people who are fighting with each other, right? People that I seen the Aussie video. Like I said, I seen her claiming that wasn't a police car, that was a plow truck, based on the way the siren spins, the motion of it or whatever. Police lights pulsate, she said, and plow lights like circle. So she debunked that, I guess. And why would someone turn on the lights at 1 Meadows Ave if it was a cop, right? And that's the thing. You can't jump out there and say, this is what happened. You can't do that. And that's the reason why when I talked about the woman who said that Maddie McCabe, baby, what's her name? Laura? Is that her name? What was her name? Let me see her name. Bear with me, guys. She's funny, though. She is funny. And believe me, and it's not what her name's Lena.
Goes upstairs. The phone's still downstairs because Fat Matt had it in his pocket. Remember? Then Fat Matt takes it out and he starts doing shit. You ready for this, baby? Fat Matt texts that group from her phone the 2 times. Fat Matt deletes 2 screenshots. Fat Matt then makes the House Long to Die 2:27 and 40-second motherfucking search. While Jen is up in her bed, laying there like the dead fish that she is.
Man. And I like Lena. I think she's funny as hell. And I think she's a smart woman. She's not like what she's seeing on paper is not wrong. I mean, it could be right. But does that make a difference in court right now? And like Turtle Boy told the chick Boozy Beauty that she's out of pocket. Basically, she's wilding out. Because you can't come out and say things are factual when they're not. Is that factual? I don't know. I came out saying, well, if you're going to believe all that, then you may as well just believe Karen hit him, because that's a lot to believe, especially, he pulled up that morning. He was there that morning at 6:30. He took the phone and called himself to make it look like he wasn't there. All these different things to make it fit. That's the problem I have. But it's okay. As long as you believe Karen Reed is not guilty, I really don't care. There was a woman, a girl, a young girl. She was she's a millennial. She's probably like what? I'd say this girl's probably like this girl right here. I'm about to pull up. She's probably, I don't want to say it wrong. I would say she's probably 22 years old, 23. She's a young girl. She's young. And she believes Colin did it all. She believes the friends did it all and they cleaned it up. That's what she believes. And look at her face when I play this. I mean, she truly believes this. She believes every word she said.
That there was a linkage there. So it definitely wouldn't be a jump to assume that Colin Albert knew exactly who John O'Keefe was and he didn't like him at all. It's also fair to assume that Colin and his friends at this point in the night were probably like well past the threshold. Like I'm assuming that they were very, very drunk. They're also not in a bar setting. They're at a house party and they're very young. So they're probably drinking much more than they would if they were, say, out at a bar. I think that John was under the impression that he was welcome there, and Jen really did welcome him there. But when he walked in, whether through the front door, the side door, I really don't think the specifics matter. Wherever everyone was congregated, I think he walked in and Colin immediately had an issue with that. Whether or not he started shouting, whether or not he went straight into fighting. I think his friend, who was like an MMA fighter, probably did jump in on that, hence the serious head trauma. And then obviously
his friend that was an MMA fighter jumped in. That's where the big cut got in. I mean, she totally believes she's a Gen Z, Josie. I think she's a Gen Z, I would assume. I mean, is she older? Nah, she's young, this girl. She's not old, this girl. She's like, what, 22, 25? Look at her face. And I mean that with all due respect. She believes everything she's saying. Everything. Every word she believes. She believes it. She's 34? No, she's not 34. You think so? I don't think so.
So the dog jumped in on it because a dog, especially a German Shepherd, is going to protect their family. My guess is that immediately after this happened, the adults told the kids, GTFO, like get out, we will handle this. And everything that they did.
The reason why I think she's a Gen Z because she said GTFO. GTFO, get the fuck out of here. I mean, she really said that. She really said that. Oh, man.
Out, we will handle this.
Hold on.
Fighting. I think his friend, who was like an MMA fighter, probably did jump in on that, hence the serious head trauma. And then obviously the dog jumped in on it because a dog, especially a German Shepherd, is going to protect their family. My guess is that immediately after this happened, the adults told the kids, GTFO, like get out.
GT. She really said that.
We will handle this. And everything that they did after that was to protect the kids. Like they saw it as an accident. They didn't mean to kill him. It didn't need to get that far. And maybe at first he wasn't even dead and they weren't even really sure of what was.
Well, maybe at first he wasn't even dead. Well, guess what? He wasn't dead. Just to let you know, he wasn't dead. He didn't die until that morning, girl. He wasn't dead. No. Nope.
Going to come after that, or how they were going to spin it, or how they were going to handle it. I don't think the immediate choice was to frame Karen Reed. I don't even think Karen Reed was really in their mind at that point. I think they had probably seen at that point that she had left and it was like, okay, she's out of the picture. I think the wheel started turning immediately for how they could frame this as an accident. So I actually do think the kids left right around the time they said they did, maybe a little bit after. I think the adults.
The kids left and the adults just,
were like, listen, you're not getting your hands in this, we will handle it. And everything they did after that point was to protect them, which is why so many people have been involved and have truly been able to keep their mouth shut. Obviously, we'll never know exactly what happened after that, but I truly don't think Karen Reed even entered their plan until the next morning. I think maybe the reason that Jen McCabe was searching Haas Long to die in cold was because she wanted it to seem like either a plow accident or maybe he just like got so drunk and passed out there or whatever it might have been. And I think that's why she was searching that.
Wow. That's what you think? She believes every word. So you got Lena, you got Boozy, and be clear. I got to give Lena, I got to give Boozy a little bit more credit than this TikToker because she seems like she just hopped on the case. She doesn't really know the facts. And Boozy and Lena, let's be clear, they know the facts of this case. They know all the facts. So let's be clear. We can't compare them like that. But as far as saying that it doesn't matter what you believe, as long as you believe Karen Reed and you have reasonable doubt that Karen Reed didn't do it, she should walk. If any juror is thinking along the lines that Maddie McCabe did it, that a cop was following her, that Colin might have set the whole shit up, it doesn't make a difference. As long as there's reasonable doubt, then we all win. And if you believe Karen Reed is innocent, then you're on our side. So there's no hate there. But you can't come out and say it's factual. You know, the only thing I could say is when I speak on the waterfall video, it's with action. Sometimes language doesn't have to be spoken. It could just be body language and then your actions after. And, think about it. 11:32, come in here. I mean, 11:32, I'm well. 11:47 to 11:55, there's peacocking. Then there's a kiss, right? What's that all about? Then 11:58, you see the aggression. Then 12:20, you come in here, and then by 12:32, John's phone's not moving. So if you just look at that timeline and you look at that and you watch that, you can assume that that's likely that it did happen or likely it didn't happen that way. Preponderance of evidence, I would say, is it factual? No, it's not factual. But can you believe it? I can. But can I believe Colin set this whole thing up and the MA, and then the parents came home and MMA dude did that to him? Higgins came through the door and Big Bad Brian A came through the door and they said, "Don't worry about it. We're going to take care of it. We're going to make sure this goes away. We don't want nothing to happen to the kids." And when we believe that these kids are going to keep this secret, they did this to this dude and they're going to keep a secret. 20-year-old kids, 19-year-old kids at the time. And now what? They're 21, 22. They're still going to keep this secret. And come on. It's very hard to believe, so I wouldn't try to hammer that home. That's cool. We could talk about it. We could speculate. We could say, what if? But to jump on a video and really in your face, girl, you really believe in that. And it's just like, I think you need to look more into the case. Now, you could bring it up. You could do a live like this. We go live for 3 hours, 4 hours. Some of us go live for 12 hours. I mean, shit gets crazy on these lives. So we could speculate and go around blocks. But at the end, what matters in trial? Same with Lena. Like, she has a lot of points as far as the movement goes on Jen McCabe's phone and what didn't move and what moved and all these different things. And it's factual, like it's right there on the paper, right? I mean, but is there another explanation for it? I don't know. I haven't heard from Apple. I haven't heard from Celebrate. I don't know if there is, because then if that is the case, then Matty M is what? Joe, from you? He's a serial killer. Like, this is what he does. He covers up murders. I don't know if I can believe that. And until you can prove to me that that's law, like that is what it is, and no matter what, that's what it is, then okay, I'm going to have my doubts. But I don't think that we should hammer things home and say that's law. Now, as far as me, I don't want to talk with both sides of my mouth. As far as me talking about the waterfall, all I ever did was do the eye test, man. It's right in front of you. You're seeing it. This is not no data. This is just right in your face at a bar. Just look at that for a second. Look at what was going on. Look at the text messages between him and Karen. Look what Karen and him was doing behind John's back. This type of shit happens every day. That's why I stay at the waterfall. That's what I know. All these other things, key cycles and all that, I believe it based on after what the trooper said. 1164, he was the one that did the backup test. And then obviously 1162 key cycle got to be the one them backing out the driveway. I don't know how they're going to fix that. I don't know how because if the trooper's saying 1164 was him, then 1163 was the Sally Port. And then 1162 is when they backed out the driveway to get on the truck. It's not the accident. So how are they going to fix that? So like, these are the things like, right there. Like, these are the things you hammer home. 1164, that was you Backing up. Yeah, that was me on the key cycle. It was me. All right, so 11. So let's go backwards. So 1163, they was at the Sally Port, right? Yep. And then that means at 1162, it was the tow truck that spun the tires and made an event and triggered something, right? Doesn't that make more sense, right? Oh, and then the one before that was a 3-point turn, wasn't it? Because that's when she left. No, that was Dighton. Excuse me. No, wait a minute. What was the one before that? Yeah, the one before that would be the drive home, and then the one before that would be the 3-point turn. So the point is that when you go back down that timeline, that's what it is. This is what they're going with. This is what's in court. This is in the four walls of court. So let's just keep it there because this is what we're up against. So, that's where I'm at with it. But a lot of people have their own way of looking at it, and I'm not trying to shit on people for thinking these things. And but hey, what can you do, right? We're just human beings. Oh shit. We got turbulence in the chat. Sam M up in here. What up, Sam? What's going on, girl? Hope all is well with you, girl. How we feeling out there? Lynn Diaz, what up? We got another one of my favorites, Lynn Diaz. Hope you're feeling good today. Only 3-point turn was tow truck driver. So he did the 3-point turn, the tow truck driver? Or was the 3-point turn when she backed out the driveway and hit the car? No. Which one was it? See, like I said, we did a whole show on this. Disclaimer: we did a whole show, I think 2 lives back with Norm, and he actually called the other night too. Normal, anything that I got wrong, Norm holds me down. Matter of fact, let me give Norm a wrench, man. No, I'm about to give you a wrench. Hold on a second. Norm needs a wrench. Norm, where you at? You know what? I'm gonna give Lynn a wrench. Wrench her up. Let me see. My girl Natalie a wrench. And my man Norm a wrench. Oh, my man Passman too. That made what do you call it? Decorated dudes. And then what the duck too. What the duck needs a wrench. What the duck? Hold on. She needs to get wrenched up too. All right. I'll wrench some people up for the day. Yeah, so Norm, when I get things wrong, Norm will correct me in the chat. The key cycles get tricky a little bit. I'm sure before this trial ends, your man JFK will have them memorized. I'll be spitting them in rhymes. I'll be on Shade 45 going 1162, 1163. Don't forget about me. Like, I'll be going crazy with them. But as of right now, the point is 1162 was not Karen. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. 1162, you're saying the shit went down. Well, how's that? If 1164 was you backing up the truck, you State Trooper boy. If 1164 was you backing up, that means 1163 was the Sally Port, and 1162 was the tow truck driver putting it on the flatbed that we seen spinning the tires. So that's what makes sense. There it is. Back to what our boy said from New Rochelle.
Went screaming at her sister's door. What was that? 10 feet away.
Yeah.
People in her
sound like
situation
Andrew Dice
with her-
Clay, man.
Yeah, he was from the Bronx. It's Higgy.
Nah, man, you definitely ain't Higgy.
How does she not go screaming to the house? If her brother and sister-in-law or sister and brother-in-law didn't know that he was out there, in a million years they would have came running out.
In a million years they would have came running out. In a million years they would have came running. In a million years. In a million years. They would have came running out. In a million years, they would have came running out. Little B, my girl. In a million years, they would have came running out. I mean, we need him on the jury. We need him on the jury for sure. Once again, What the Duck with the 5 JFK memberships. What the Duck, you are so kind. You know that? Thank you. Thank you so much, for real. That means so much to me. And people, make sure you use their memberships because I'm going to be doing a lot of shorts. That's going to be my thing. I'm going to be doing a lot of shorts, membership shorts, where I'm going to just talk to the members, man. I'll be in the gym. I'll be at the Waffle House. I'll be in Boston. I'll be in New York. Wherever I'm at, you guys are going to see me check in with you guys, and you're only going to get it if you remember. And if you're into something like that, the behind the scenes, then become a member. If not, it's all good, man. I'll be here for you regardless. My man James, if you're just jumping in on the replay crew, James Jackson can see his son again. Isn't that a beautiful thing? And I think it's only right to play a song for that, right? What can I find? I got some stuff in the mix. Remember, turbulence in the chat keeps the plane rocking. You know, James, it ain't nothing but a G thing. You know, it ain't nothing but a G thing, my man. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Your son, my man. Good conversation. Today's a good day. The law was on your side today, James. It's about time, my man. April 9, 2025. My man James. Remix ain't nothing but a G thing. Baby.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up.
Before I have to pull the strap out the cut,
give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, now you know you in trouble, cause ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. 2 loped out G's, so we crazy. Death Row is the label that pays me. Unfadable, so please don't try to fake this. But back to the lecture at hand. Perfection is perfected, so I'ma let them understand. From a young G's perspective. And before me, they got a trick, I have to find a contraceptive. You never know, she could be earning her man and learning her man. And at the same time burning her man. Now if she burning, I'ma chill for a minute. Cause ain't no loving good enough to get burned while I'm up in it. Yeah. And that's realer than real deal, Holyfield. And now you hookers and hoes know how I feel. Well, if it's good enough to get broke off a proper chunk, I take a small piece of some of that funky stuff. It's like this and like that and like this. And it's like that and like this and like that. And it's like this and like that and like this. And Drake creep to the mic like a fan.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got killed, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before. With a producer who can rap and control the maestro. At the same time with the dope rhyme that I kick. You know and I know I flow some old funky shit. To add to my collection, this selection symbolizes dope. Take a toke but don't choke. If you do, you have no clue of what me and my homie Snoop Dogg came to do.
It's like this and like that and like this. And it's like that and like this and like that. And it's like this.
And we ain't got no love for those.
So just chill to the next episode. certified gangster lean. Getting funky on the mic like an old batch of collard greens. It's the capital S-O-S oppression, double O-P, D-O double G-Y, D-O double G, you see? Showing much flex when it's time to wreck a mic. Pippin' hoes and clacking a grip like my name was Dolomite. Yeah.
Just chill.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
Here that we're
How
running
about this
into
guy?
here is I have talked to a lot of witnesses. For example, I'll reveal this here. I have had lunch with Brian Higgins, talked to him fairly regularly, and at one point got a butt dial.
God damn. What? 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 What just happened there?
Walking away, and yet here that we're running into here is I have talked to a lot of witnesses. For example, I'll reveal this here. I have had lunch with Brian Higgins, talked to him fairly regularly, and at one point got a butt dial from Brian Higgins. But I treat.
Okay, hit the heel toe, hit the heel toe, hit the heel toe. Let's go, let's go. Hit the heel.
But this is about as corrupt of a woven web as they could possibly weave. But this is about as corrupt of a woven web as they could possibly weave. There is so much smoke to this that there is fire there. So to act like, oh, they're just lodging complaints at everybody and it's all unfounded, it's totally inappropriate, no way, shouldn't come in, judge, is not, in my opinion, intellectually honest. This is about...
That's the sound of the police.
No butt dials. Why would somebody have 100% point of attraction at its finest? You can't stop it either way. It don't discriminate. So much smoke, there's fire. It's like them damn nukes went off. That kind of smoke. Hey guys, I missed the notification for this, and now I'm late for the flight. What you here now, girl? Spacey Stacy up in here. Kim M. I had lunch with Kevin. I don't believe Plevin got a butt dial from Kevin. Jen calls bullshit. I have never had my phone dial on its own. Be never. Trial is starting this Tuesday. Well, that's what they say. We'll see. We'll see. They got to get through today. They got to get some more jurors today, Thursday, Friday. So yeah, it's on course to do it. But then again, you know, you just never know. You never know with this case, right? You just never know with this case. What if the feds come back and say they're dropping it to manslaughter? Does the trial still go on? Do they take a pause for the cause and reshape some things? I don't know. I hope that happens. I mean, how crazy is that? I mean, I just said the most craziest thing of them all. She's getting double jeopardized. You got found not guilty for the murder and they're still retrying her for murder. I mean, if that's not the craziest shit ever, I mean, regardless whether you think she's guilty or not guilty, she shouldn't be tried again for murder. And that's the double jeopardy, these laws in Massachusetts that they get away with. I was talking earlier about the weed with the seeds. Back in the day, they arrest you for Class D. You get arrested, you get on probation, or you take a fine. Next thing you know, you get a letter in the mail by the Commonwealth, by the Registry of Motor Vehicles. Commonwealth of Massachusetts says it right there on your license. If you're from Massachusetts, open up your license, take a look at it. It says Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So you go to court for possession of the weed. Now, disclaimer, this is back in the day, but still, they still do it. They still practice things like this, and I'm going to explain what they do now. And back then they would turn around and say, okay, you take a probation case or you take a fine for the weed. And the next thing you know, you get a letter in the mail that your license is suspended for a year. So you got double jeopardized. So you took the probation and then they took your license. That's two. You're getting two punishments for one thing. Both of them in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. They get away with it saying it's two different entities. Wait. The registry says Commonwealth of Massachusetts on it. Why am I being double jeopardized? They do this shit out there in Mass. It's wild. So now what they're practicing, that they're doing a lot now, since drugs are all illegal, the weed's legal, and all the people who are messed up on the fentanyl, 9 out of 10 of them are going to the methadone clinic or they're on Suboxones. And let's face it, methadone, Suboxones, they have a certain way. And it's not just the Suboxone and the methadone, it's what they mix the methadone and Suboxone with. So they go to the doctor, they get the clozapines, they get the fucking Adderall, and they trade pills. That's what they do. They're in these spaces. You know, a lot of these people in Massachusetts, worldwide, it's worldwide. Don't get it mistaken. It's worldwide. It's everywhere. But the point is that these people say they're sober. To me, sober, I don't judge anybody's sobriety. Disclaimer, whatever. Do whatever you got to do to live your life. Fine. I'm not judging your sobriety. I'm just a man. But sober to me is not doing shit, not doing anything, right? Not doing any drugs, right? I mean, sugar's a drug. I mean, we can go down the line. But that's what it is, right? Drugs. Not to do any drugs. So these people, they do drugs, Suboxones, pills, and they mix them. Then they go to Dunkin' Donuts, though. Yeah, I know. They go to Dunkin' Donuts in the morning. Can I get a large iced coffee, dude, with 7 pumps of caramel swirl, dude? And can I get 13 sugars in that, dude? How many sugars you need? I need 13 sugars, dude, and 7 pumps of caramel swirl, dude. Yeah. I need it extra light, though. Yeah, no. Yeah. Can I get a cup of water too, dude? And the honey and the donut, dude. You got the glazed donut, dude? Can you heat that up for me? What do you need? A glazed donut? Yeah, dude. Can you heat it up, dude? Right there in the oven, dude. I need to heat it up, dude. I need it warm, dude. Yeah. Ugh. I like my donuts warm, dude. Yeah. You got a cigarette, dude? No. Is that you, dude? Can I get a cigarette, dude? This is how they are. This is how they are. And now the police are sitting in the parking lot. And they're watching all of this. And they're like, this motherfucker. They can't get him. They can't arrest him for anything because they don't have any illegal drugs on them. They have clozapines on them, legal. They got Suboxone strips on them, legal. Adderall, legal. Weed in their pocket, legal. But they're a mess. And they're driving. So what's the cop do? They pull them over. Whoop, whoop. Pulling you over. Why are you pulling me over, though? Don't worry about it. We're just pulling you over. They probably did something. They probably went over a lane or something. They probably shouldn't be driving. Most. Disclaimer. Hold on a minute. I'm probably going to get canceled. If you're in sobriety, don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you what I see. Not everybody's like this, dude. Not everybody's like you, dude. Yeah. I get it. Not everybody's like me. What? What you say,
You
Kev?
wrong. You wrong.
What?
You wrong.
Hold on. Let me hit him with a disclaimer. Disclaimer's up, y'all. Woo! Disclaimer. Not everybody's like this in sobriety. Disclaimer. Not everybody's on this type of time. Disclaimer. Not everybody's like this in sobriety. I don't mean everyone. Disclaimer. This show is entertainment. This show is entertainment. This show is entertainment. This show is entertainment. We're in a disclaimer. So what the police do now, they pull over this person and they say, are you on any medication? Now, they can't get them with the drugs. Like I said, they can't get them with the weed. The weed's legal. Can't get them for the clotipins that are right there in it. Why is it if you're prescribed clotipins, you got them right there in the fucking console? Why is the Adderall right there so they can see it? What's that right there? Are them your pills? The cop says, yeah, dude, they're my Adderall, dude. I need them, dude. Yeah, dude, I get the fucking Adderall, dude. Yeah, I fucking need them, dude. They're subscribed to me, dude. What the fuck, dude? Why are you pulling me over, dude? I'm just trying to do the right. You know Bobby, dude? Yeah, he's a state trooper, dude, in Method, dude, in Wellington, dude. Yeah. That's my boy, cat. Yeah. God damn. So the cop says, listen, I don't know Bobby, all right? I don't know Bobby, all right? I'm going to let you go with a warning. Put them clotipins back in your backpack, all right? Calm the fuck down. Get out of here. And you know what he does after that? You know what the cop does after that? He writes a little letter to the Registry of Motor Vehicles. He writes a letter to the Registry of Motor Vehicles and says that I pulled over this dude, and based on his condition, I think he's dangerous to be driving. He's prescribed this drug, this drug, this drug, and he admitted it to me. He admitted he's on medication. He actually showed me his fucking Adderall bottle, because most will. Most of these kids don't even realize it. They'll be like, yeah, I'm doing my Adderall, no, yeah. My clotipins, I only take one a day, though. What do you mean? I only take one a day, kid. Yeah, only one, though. That's all I need, though. Yeah. The coffee, though, it's 15 pumps of caramel swirl, though. Yeah, it's good for you, though. Trust me. Right? They'll tell these people just give information to police. They just give information. When you get pulled over, shout out mass accountability. When am I being pulled over? Hey, license and registration. Here you go. Here you go. What am I being pulled over for? All right, thank you. Window goes up. That's it. You don't sit there and go, yeah, you know Bobby, though? Yeah, I know Bobby from Wellington, though. He's a state trooper, though. He used to be a Metro cop, though, back in the day. Yeah, down the beach, though. Revere Beach, though. Yeah. You know Revere Beach is the oldest beach, though? Yeah, I like your hat, though. Yeah. Look out for me, dude. Don't give me a ticket, though. They just volunteer information. They volunteer it. So they write a letter to the registry and say they think they're dangerous. And next thing you know, their license gets suspended because they're dangerous. And they got to go through a hearing. They got to go through a whole process to get it back. It could take 2-3 years to get that shit back because you got to go through your doctors. Your doctors got to write a letter. They got to make sure that you got to take a drug test to make sure you're not doing too much. So they're figuring out ways to fuck you in the Commonwealth. So if you're out there and you're prescribed to these medications, the last thing you want to do is tell a Massachusetts state trooper that you're on any medication, because that's none of their fucking business. But they're finding ways to get you. They're finding ways to fuck you. And you know what? Some of these people are not that bad. Some of these people, they might talk that way. They might talk too much. They might drink the caramel swirl with 4 pumps of caramel swirl and 17 sugars. They might be a little fucked up in the game. They might be loose, but they don't deserve to get railroaded They don't deserve to get their license taken away, their car unregistered, because now guess what happens? Now they drive their car without a license. Then they get pulled over and get arrested for driving on a suspended license. Now something that became civil becomes criminal, and now that puts a strike against them for their probation, and now they get held and detained, and then they get locked up, and the cycle continues. They will find a way to fuck you. So whatever you're doing, don't give no information. So that's the Commonwealth in a nutshell. So it's crazy that when people say she's being double jeopardized, it's insane. For a murder case, I ain't never seen it, but I ain't surprised. Drive unregistered and uninsured. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Uncle Frank, what up? Sam M, the problem is if you're pulled over or cause an accident, the doctor will not back you up, as every bottle says not to operate heavy machinery, even if it's in a script. Uncle Frank, hope all is well with you. Hope you're feeling good. Hope everything is good with you. Hope you're feeling like yourself. I'm pretty sure it's a long time coming, you know. But hey, you're a strong girl. Trust and believe that, you know. And all I gotta say is WrestleMania is around the corner, and John Cena's a heel. You know, we do know what betrayal looks like, right? Right, Uncle Frank? We know what betrayal looks like. Is this what betrayal looks like? Let me show you. My girl, Uncle Frank, knows what betrayal looks like. Oh, yeah. This is what betrayal looks like. Trust me. This is what betrayal looks like right here. Right, Uncle Frank? This is what betrayal looks like. Hail Cena. Yippee! But this is what betrayal looks like, ladies and gentlemen. This is what betrayal looks like.
JFK. I'm raw hustler, get your baking soda. Terminology. We can take it higher than that. JFK. I'm raw hustler, get your baking soda.
Static selection.
JFK. I'm raw terminology. Your baking soda.
Nosy Lou.
JFK. We can take it higher than that. Terminology. I'm raw hustler, get your baking soda. JFK. I'm raw. JFK.
the trial. Hold on a second, Sean. Hold on a second. I want to keep this civil, but that's not normal. All right, listen. I know you're tired, but listen. What you just said is not normal.
Okay, hold on.
I'm asking you a question. Please, listen. If you're going to keep interrupting me, I'm going to have to let you go because I can't take it anymore. You're interrupting me. I can't even finish a fucking sentence, dude. Shut the fuck up. The state's not leaking that, and we're not going to see it till trial. But don't say that there's no accident reconstruction because you wouldn't even be going to trial if they didn't have that. No, but I really would like to focus on the taillight because
No.
we talked about.
I want to address that.
Okay, go ahead.
You know how you reconstruct an accident, right? And Breen will tell you this. Did you see any pictures of John's body on the lawn?
No. What you have for saying it doesn't.
I'll tell you why. Because I've done 50 accident reconstructions in my career.
I mean, I think it's an interesting point, Sean. I got to say this, and I apologize to everybody else out there. I'm going to just quickly say it as a swear. Reality check.
Fuck you.
All right? And I know people's moms are watching.
Fuck off, bitch. All right? And I want to explain to people why.
Oh, shit. Why?
And I'm
banning this bitch.
Oh,
here I am being reasonable.
What?
And saying, yes, you can come on my show. Here's my email. Reach out to me. Let me know that you're not a psycho.
Oh.
And she's continuously insulting me. This is what you got to deal with these people.
With these people. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Yo, I can't make this shit up, man. Holy shit. Damn. What the fuck, man? Shit. Oh, Plebla, man. You are one cool dude, man. But you know what, Pleb? What you really are?
You are a clown, a clown. You are a clown, a clown.
Here's a rap song based on your lyrics and theme. You wrong. Yeah. Yeah. This is Kevin from South Boston. Wait, is this Higgins? Higgins? Is that you? Nah. You wrong. They was decorated dudes. Acting like they real, but they faking up the truth. Medals on their chest, but they never paid the dues. I see through the lies, yeah, I know the real news. Is this Higgins? Nah, man, you wrong. Trying to test the kid, but I've been too strong. Came from the South, where we hustle all night. No fake love here, gotta keep the game tight. You talking like you know me, but you really just guessing. See me on the rise, now they stressing, confessing. Boston on my back, and we moving like a legend. You wrong, better watch when you stepping. You wrong. They was decorated dudes, acting like they real, but they faking up the truth. Medals on their chest, but they never paid the dues. I see through the lies, yeah, I know the real news. Kevin called my phone asking, is this Higgins? Told him, nah, my dude, must be something that you tripping. They was talking big, but the stories don't match. Said they run the city, but they never left the patch. I keep it 10 toes, I ain't playing with the clouds. Say they run the game, but they never been around. Moving in the dark, but I shine when it count. You wrong, time to show them what's about. Yeah, nah, man. You wrong. They was decorated dudes, but they ain't real. South Boston, stand up. Yeah. Nah, man. You wrong. They was decorated dudes, but they ain't real. South Boston, stand up.
Clown. You are a clown, a clown. You are a clown, a clown.
Yes, yes, yes.
Down from day one. Welcome to Death Row.
Josie Lou, you need to calm down. You need to calm down, girl. Nothing but love over here. It's nothing but love. It's nothing but love. I don't understand, Josie Lou. It's nothing but love. It's always love, girl. I'm flying an airplane. Sometimes we hit turbulence. Jen, you might have to go on an actual laptop. Okay, I don't know what that means. You guys are talking amongst yourself. I can't figure it out. What? Well, let me see. I'm sorry. I just went over that super chat. Didn't even look. JFK, can you tell me? I think that's what you said. If I'm a member, Dark Girl. If you're a member, I can't tell right now. Let me see in the chat. I could tell. You didn't do nothing, girl. You did absolutely nothing, Josie Lou. If you remember, you show up a different color, right? Something like that. I can't see it on the stream yet. I gotta look in the yeah, you come up blue, right? If you remember. No, you get wrenched up, you come up blue. I forget what it is. Yeah, I could pull that up. You want me to pull that up? What's up? Josie, I can pull that up. The waterfall video, let's pull it up. You know I always like going to the waterfall.
Big hug or anything like that?
I did leave, yes.
You didn't say goodbye to John, correct?
I don't think I said goodbye to anybody.
And you texted John O'Keefe, you coming here.
I did.
And that had 3 question marks behind it, correct?
Yes.
Did you text Karen about coming over to 34 Fairview?
No.
So at 12:20 a.m., after you left the waterfall and made your way over to 34 Fairview, you were more interested in getting John to come to 34 Fairview than you were to getting Karen to come to 34 Fairview.
No, that's not how I would describe that.
But you didn't text Karen, correct?
No, I didn't.
But you did text John.
Yes.
You're so full of shit. You're so full of shit. You're so full of shit.
Wow. Look at that. Why is he wiping his brow like that? Like right there, he yells right there. That's when he yells. Look at J.F.K, people.
Coming here.
Look at J.F.K. Everybody watch J.F.K. Look at this dude. Look at this.
I would describe that.
Look at this.
Text John.
Yes.
Come on. This dude had to sneak by him. And look, this other guy. Look at him. He got eyes all on him.
You're so full of shit.
Higgins. What were you doing right there, buddy?
You're so full of shit.
Look at this. Now watch, right when he screams out, right? Right when he opens his mouth and his hands on his brow, take a look at Karina. She's the one with the jacket with the fur. Take a look at her. Watch what she does. He got his hand on the brow. You see the old man walking down. He's looking right at him. He got out of their way. He's staring right at him. Like, what is going on? Like, what's happening? Now, apparently this old man is named Rudy. His name is Rudy. That's the word I got. His name is Rudy, and he's a regular at the waterfall. That's what I got. Ladies and gentlemen, the word on the street is the guy in the hat and the flannel shirt, the older gentleman that's got his hand on the countertop, is named Rudy. Now, as you see, Kevin from South Boston, Higgins, has his hand on the brow. Watch when he turns around, he yells, and I want you to look at the fur jacket, the fake fur, on Karina, on the bubble jacket. Well, you're saying that's a band member, Sam M. You're saying it's a band member. You're saying that. Right? But do you know that for a fact? Because I seen the band member, I seen someone do the comparison. It didn't look like the band member too, but someone hit me up and told me his name is Rudy. I don't know if he's the band member too. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to chase these people down, Sam M, because if I chase these people down, the state troopers will chase me down. So that's on the defense. You know what I'm saying? Because trust and believe, if I chase these dudes down, they'll chase me down. And JFK won't be doing no lives. Yeah, LSD. We know. Yep. LSD, he's in the band. Yep. It could be the guy, right? I mean, disclaimer. I hate to say it. Older guys with gray hair and hats that, look like they need to cut back on the food couldn't look alike. I don't know if that's him or not. I don't know. It looked like him. I seen the picture, but the person that I got that hit me up said he's a regular there, and his name is Rudy. But I could be wrong. I want you to look when he yells. Look at Karina with the fur jacket. He's about to yell. Boom. You see his mouth open? Look at the circle. There goes his hands about to go up, and look at the one right there. The one that's blown up. You see his lips moving? Look at Karina. Look at John. Everybody look at John at the bar. Look at Jen. Everybody turned around right when he opened up his mouth. What did he say? He didn't whisper it. He screamed it. Yo! What's up? Faggot. Oh, disclaimer. Disclaimer. Wrong word. Wrong word. I'm just saying. Did he say something like that? Pussy? Sucker? Come on, you bitch. Like, what did he say? I hate to talk like that, but I'm saying he said something to make everybody turn around. Like, what are you saying? Like, what are you doing? What are you saying? Why are you saying that? What are you saying? Why are you talking? What are you doing? He said something. Look at him. Everybody turned around and looked. Hands up. Everybody's looking at him. Karina's got eyeballs right on him the whole time. She's a witness. I wonder what she says about this video now. Now, right immediately after he does that, I want you to understand, you've seen Chris A walk away from him right underneath the timestamp. That's when Jen McCabe walks over to Chris A. Jen McCabe walks right over to Chris A. Jen McCabe walks right over to Chris A and starts talking to him. He's talking to Jen McCabe right now. And right now, take a look. Higgins, what's that, man? You staring right at John. John's staring right at you. Right where I was standing. Now, obviously, this is the wide lens. I'm going to go into the microdots more. I'll play that one next. The one that shows him what Josie Lou's saying. It looks like he took a picture. The flash or whatever it looked like. But this is what they might play in court. I don't know if they're going to play the microdots one. If they play this one in court, they're going to have to narrate it like this to give you perspective. I'm going to show you right now, Josie, in the next video. But this is the one they might play in court because this is the OG footage. This is the original footage. But right now, he's staring at John. John's staring at him. And the two people that are talking right underneath the 2022 timestamp, 11:58, that's Chris A, right? At the second table from the top. is talking to Jen McCabe, and I want you guys to look at Jen McCabe moves. Look at Jen McCabe. Look at Jen McCabe moving around. Look at her. Look at her hair. What's that look like? Heel toe, heel toe. Heel toe, heel toe. Wild. Wild for sure. Mm-hmm. Shit is wild, man. Here's the blown up footage. Looks like he takes a picture, right? Right there, looked like he took a picture. That's what it looked like. Everybody watch John. You? What? Come on, this dude, you can't be serious, man. This clown, now he wants to fight. Heel toe, heel toe. This dude's a sucker. Come on, bitch. Bring it. Come on, you sucker. Let me pay
Don't
this
chase
bill.
waterfalls, read between lines, keep a fair view, protect your mind.
This is how close they were, ladies and gentlemen.
Now you can have everything.
That's the reality of it. The reality of it, they were this close. This is the reality of it. They were this close. He wasn't talking to the other guy in the back. He wasn't talking to the dude playing Keno. He was talking to John O'Keefe.
I'm saying to you right now, right?
Yeah, and you whispering too.
That's how close they were. That's how close they were. JFK, John was wearing Nike Revolution 7 sneakers, but in court they had Nike Tangerines, completely different. Any thoughts why this was not brought up? Wow, so you know exactly what type of Nikes they were, huh? You looked them up? I mean, he had like them Nikes. Like they weren't like, that's the thing. Like the Nikes he was wearing, Norman, was like they were like the famous footwear Nikes. Let's act it up again. They were like the famous footwear Nikes. Basically like a pair of Nikes that they don't really have a name to them. Like you're saying that they're that name. I don't know. Like if you get like the Air Max 1s, then there's, the Air Max 1s were made 86, 87. Then the Air Max 2s was made 91, 90. Like them things are distinct. Like with the Jordans, Jordan 1, Jordan 2, certain Air Maxes, certain Windrunners, But them Nikes right there were like, they're kind of like a dime a dozen, so to speak. But yeah, if you know exactly the make and the model of them, and there is a make and a model of them, which I'm sure there are, but I don't know. A lot of them are very similar because them are like the ones they sell a little less because they kind of like basic. They're the like workout sneakers. They're really not like a flagship sneaker. The ones he was wearing, like say like an Air Force 1, Air Force 2, Air Max 1, Air Max 2, Air Max 1, Air Max 2, Air Max 3. Same with the Jordan 1, 2, 3. Shit like that, Or like a shell toe or like a forum Adidas. Certain Sauconys, you got the Shadows, you got the Asics, you got certain one, Diodoras. Them ones with this like basic that they just flip like wholesale at the Famous Footwear. Turbulence in the chat. Absolutely. Higgins is going down. Yeah, I don't know if he took a picture or not. I don't know. Hold on one second, guys. I got to do this again. Hold on. I got to reboot. Yes, a little bit of reboot. Had to reboot real quick. Man, StreamYard is so sensitive with the internet. It's crazy. And my internet's high speed too. I don't even get it. It's wild. Wild for the night. For sure. Can't say I like those. Yeah, they're just like basic kicks. You know what I mean? Plain Janes. Exactly. They're not, they're just like, how Famous Footwear does it. Like they'll make like this basic sneaker. Like it's kind of like a blend of like certain sneakers. It's like what's the word they use? Like I forget the word, but it's like a mixture. So I don't know. Is there a make and there a model of them? I don't know. A hybrid. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Mark S. Appreciate all my mods. Mark S. helping his boy out. Thank you so much. Mark S. Appreciate you. So kind, my man Mark S. It's wild, man, the things people say, especially this guy, he really, then it's like we're talking about the case. He didn't come outside. Then you got this guy a couple of days later saying this.
Texted your wife, Brian Albert, and Nicole Albert, quote, tell them the guy never went in the house, correct?
Yeah, that's part of the same text. Yes.
Mr. McCabe, who was the guy that you were referring to? Does he have a name?
That would be John O'Keefe.
The guy.
Clown! You are a clown! Clown! You are a clown! Clown!
Turn them into 49ers. Bye, that I never meant to live. Can't be positive when they get to where we live. That's why bye, that I never meant to be. Living like a thief, running through the streets. Bye, that I got no place to go. Where they find me? 16 on death row. Turn them into 49ers. Bye, that I never meant to live. Can't be positive when they get to where we live. That's why bye, that I never meant to be. Living like a thief, running through the streets. Bye, that I got no place to go. Where they find me? 16. Hey, yo, situation.
Yeah. So let's get a car, I fly with.
Hey, yo, situation.
When the nobody get and about the crew. Come on.
Situation.
Get a 10 bullet screwdriver and be off.
Situation.
So let's get a car, I fly with.
Feeling like Heavy D, self-destruct 89. Father broke my heart, I guess he was living in crazy times. In these streets filled with hoes, there's so many shady crimes. So why would he give a fuck about a baby crying? So we 3 deep, stole the whip, no one in. Another lick, homie, tell me what we going again. Strip the whip on the side street, low on bricks. Wipe everything down now, don't show a print. We all did biz, we just trying to live how. And some things in life you just can't turn around. Jumped off the porch, it's all over now. Active in addiction, he's sober in the ground. So profound, what goes up must come down. Stay high till we die, we were just playing wild. 88 Cherokee Jeep is my therapy. In these streets, never settle beef with the enemy. Put one in your face, yeah, clear your memory. Hockey mom snitch, yeah, don't wanna pay the penalty. Wins and losses, reputation. Stand on your word, what you really chasing. Wild juveniles, facing incarceration. Hate, mistaken admiration, know your basics. Had cancer in my body, every day I'm paranoid. I stand with my 3 daughters, I don't trust my boys. In the 88 Cherokee Jeep, gold package, trying to get straight, but it seems we go backwards. No dreams when you're seeing things with low passion. Maintain, stay in your lane, and just roll past them. In the 88 Cherokee Jeep, gold package, trying to get straight, but it seems we go backwards. No dreams when you're seeing things with low passion. Maintain, stay in your lane, and just roll past them. In the 88 Cherokee Jeep, gold package.
So let's get a car, you know I fly with.
Yo, R.I.P. Heavy D.
Guru, and about
legendary. No.
Get a 10 bullet screwdriver, FBI.
JFK.
So let's get a car, you know I fly with.
Your man J.F.K. currently about 200, 300 feet off the ground. About to land this plane. Appreciate you guys spending the afternoon with me, a little bit of the afternoon time with your boy J.F.K. The Venmo's at the bottom, J.F.K.Showoff, Cashapp J.F.K.Showoff. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next flight. Appreciate all my mods. Appreciate everybody who listened. Go back, and if you didn't understand what I said and you took something out of context, go back and replay it. Maybe I didn't mean it that way. Nothing but love to everybody out there. I'll see you guys next flight. Peace.
Don't believe the hype. Yeah. Don't believe the hype. Yeah.
Everybody got two hands, right? But it's like I'm always lending one. Lullaby and good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. It's time for owner gets to sleep. Sleep is the cousin of death. It's like you when you sleep. It's like you hold your breath. Daily I wake up on the wrong side of the bed and I hold my head. Ain't no time yes for lullabies. Cause if I can't sleep, the world stays up with me. Spaces and time, so many lockdowns. Spending the time, I render the rhyme. They must be out their fucking mind. Insecurities messing with their maturity. Please, their energy level does nothing for me. Still on the run like Nori. And these streets be like bull sharks with the territory. It's the same story. Try to pull apart and run a change. But before you left the game, you wasn't in the right mind frame. And if I can't sleep, then the world can't sleep. Got my speakers on blast, playing fuck the police. Still DRE with my Dre beats, repping my crew. Show off. And we playing for keys. Wrote this in the terminal. Planes cold like jacket thermal. 39,000 feet with eyes that will burn you. My external looking swell. Never know you're maternal. Even if talk to ours, read your health journal. Don't let the bed bugs bite. It's time for owner gets to sleep. Sleep is the cousin of death. It's like you when you sleep. It's like you hold your breath. Daily I wake up on the wrong side of the bed and I hold my head. Ain't no time yes for lullabies. Cause if I can't sleep, the world